Hello, this is the PowerPoint video introduction, and it goes along with the handout. So the first thing you do is go to Microsoft Office PowerPoint, click on that, open it. This is what you'll get then, just a plain screen with no background. So the first thing I like to do is go up here on the bar at the top, click on Design, and then you'll have a number of colors, backgrounds that come up. I have got quite a few up here because I've downloaded several from online. So you click on this little down arrow to open them all up. And there's all sorts of different, and you can kind of see what they look like by just hovering over them. We'll pick the purple one for today. And otherwise you can go up to here, up to the button, click on New, and then this will come up. So you will have a blank presentation, installed templates, anything that comes with your program, installed themes. So there's a variety of color themes, my templates, which I have a lot of backgrounds here. So we'll go into that. Microsoft Office Online. So you can go out there online and pick up a few other backgrounds. And then you can kind of play with this. There's all sorts of different variety of things on this left-hand side. So let's just pick this, the wave, the green and blue wave here for purposes of what we're going to do. So you can see here on the side the slide is over here as well as here. And so as you make more slides, they'll all appear over here on the side. And if you want them to be smaller, you can slide this over, and then you'll be able to see more of them. And so, we'll have a list of slides, and then down here it says click to add notes. So if you want to add some notes for yourself to follow, and I'll show you how to print those out later, you can just type them down here. And you'll be doing that for purposes of this assignment. And then we've got the main slide here. From the Home tab up here, you can click on that, and then you'll get the new slide here. So if you click on that, another slide will show up, and then this is the layout button. So the first slide we have is title slide, and then the subsequent default 2, 3, 4, 5 will be this title and content. And you can always go up and click on layout and change it if you want. But for purposes of what the layout of if you do not change them, the default is 1 is the title, 2 is title and contents. And so you can choose any of those. So let's select the title slide here. And so we can click on this first box, and we can type in there orientation to PowerPoint. And then I'll click, whoops, we're on the wrong slide, sorry. Orientation to PowerPoint. And you can see how that all goes, it goes on 2 different lines. So you can hover over this side and pull it. So it widens out so it's all on one. And then I can type my name, fall 2010. And then what we can do is we can take, see that the little X, so we can slide it down like this, down to the bottom if we want. We can do the same with this part. You can kind of slide it and place it wherever you want to place it. And so now the tabs up here, if we have a look at all these tabs, this is called the ribbon in 2007. So we have Home, Insert, Design, Animation, Slideshow, and I'll talk about all these in a minute. So the first tab is Home, and that should look familiar because you've got cut, paste, copy, then here you have all the font. Here you have the placement, the paragraph, how you align your text, and then this is all the drawing square. And the drawing will actually be revisited when we go to the Insert tab, so we won't talk as much about that. And so then the next tab is Insert. And so that has a variety of things: tables, pictures, clip arts, hyperlink, charts. And so these, you'll be doing a few of these for your presentation. So I will show you here. If we click on slide 2 and you click on table, you might want to make a 2x2 table. And then you can go up and decide what kind of background you want for your table, and then type your contents in there. So that's table. And if you want to get rid of it, if you did it by mistake, you can always do the back button, or you can right click and delete or cut. So either of those will get you there. Next thing is picture. So you can click on picture. I have a picture library, so most of us have under your documents pictures. So if you know what pictures you're going to put in your presentation, what I always do is make a little folder, save the pictures in a little folder and documents where I know I can find them, and then you can go after them once you click insert picture. So I can click on this, we'll click on Florence Nightingale's lamp, and voila, there it is. And then these are all things that you can do up here with the picture. So there's picture tools that you can change the background, and you can frame it a little bit, change the size, and you can always drag it as well, just like that, like we did, and then move it about. And you can copy and paste, so if you want 2 lamps on there, you can do that as well. So that is the picture. And again, we can remove that by just clicking back, or we can click right click. Clip art, you can go out and there's all sorts of different choices. So this little box will come up, and I just typed in rainbows, go, and then I said selected media files. So all collections. So my collections, office, web, and then I selected clip art or photographs. And so the clip art are kind of cartoony pictures, and then there's some photographs as well. So let's pick this. So we have kind of an island theme. And you can, again, resize it, move it about. So if you want to place it in a different area, you can place it there or wherever you choose. And you can type all sorts of themes in here. And you can get movies, you can get sounds. So there's all sorts of varieties of things that you can get from that. So that is clip art up here. And then photo album is actually, you can create or edit a presentation based on a set of pictures. We won't be using that. And then there's shapes. You can add shapes and charts, and we don't need that for purposes of this assignment. And then hyperlink is something that you might want to do if you want to go out to YouTube and pick up a video clip. You just highlight, click on hyperlink, and then you would type your www dot whatever it is that you want to link. I'll put my my blog out here. So then if you want to test it, you click down here on the slideshow, click on orientation to PowerPoint, and it should pull up whatever you linked to, and here is my blog. So you can just, again, if you have it in this presentation style, go up to escape, and then it will bring you right back. So that is hyperlink. So you can hyperlink things out to the internet by just highlighting and clicking on hyperlink. And then the last thing I'll show you is over here is under media clips. So you can click on movie and movie from file, and then you can go out and pick up any videos if you have videos saved. There might be a sample video here of wildlife, so let's say we want to insert that. It'll ask you if you want to play it automatically or when clicked, so I'll put when clicked. We'll resize it so it fits right in here. And then again we'll test it. Then we'll click on it, and there we go, it starts playing. I've got to size it a little bit better so it isn't coming off the screen. So it's as simple as that. So then we can click escape again, and it'll, or click it off and then escape. It'll bring us back. And get rid of that. Close that off. And then the last thing on insert is, let's see here, sound. So if you want to put a sound from a file, so let's say you want to do, or a sound from Clip Organizer, you want to do clapping sound when you change the slide or when you click. So when clicked, again, we want to test it. So you click on the little microphone, And there you go. So you can end your slide presentation by having someone clap or whatever it is you like to do. And we'll get rid of that. So that's the Insert tab and things that you might want to use for your presentation. There's a text box. If you have your boxes all full of stuff and you want to add a box up here, you could click on text box, and then you could just add a little box up here if you want. So that's what that's for text box. And then media sounds we already covered. Design tab up here we talked about, finding the backgrounds. There's an animation tab that can animate, so you can have all your slides come in from the top. You can have them come in slow or fast. And so then your presentation will just look like that then. And instead of you clicking, it'll bring it in so it'll look nice. And then you can also do custom animation. If you have a bunch of, lines and you want them to come in one at a time, then what you can do is highlight and then go over here, add effect, entrance, fly in. And then you can do it with a second one if you want. If you want each of them to do it, entrance, fly in, highlight, entrance, fly in, and then highlight, add effect, entrance, fly in. And then you can see, we'll test it again. Your slide comes in, and then each of the pieces, as you talk about them, they'll come up. So that's what custom animation is all about. And there's all kinds of, you can do it fast or slow, from the bottom, from the side. So you can kind of play around with that as well to see if there's anything interesting. Presentation views allows you to look at your presentation from various perspectives. And so, so we've got slideshow up here, and then down here, the presentation view, so you can have this view. You can have the view of all your slides, so the slides will all be lined up there, or you can have the slideshow. So all those are in the presentation, and this is the shortcut to presentation down in the lower right corner here. So we can click on here and go back, and then up here under animations, slideshow, so these are the slideshow things, review, so you can do your spell check there, and now we're back to the home slide. There's zoom up here as well, and so you can play around with those tabs. And now let's create a presentation. We'll just quickly do this because we only have a couple minutes. So let's go back and orientation to PowerPoint. So we want to click, and then we'll click on new slide, and then we'll click there, and then first things first. And then you could add all the things in there that you want to add in there, and then you can go on to the next slide, add another slide, add another slide, and another slide. So you can keep adding however many slides you need out there. And you can practice all this as well. And then I just want to show you quickly, if you want to print some handouts, go up here, click on print, and then this screen will come up. You want to click where it says slides, go to handouts, and usually people do 6, sometimes they do 3, because then it gives them room to write. So you click on all those. You want to change this, if you're making a lot of handouts, to grayscale so you aren't wasting all your color ink. And then you can go ahead and click OK, and it will print. So that's how you make handouts. And so the last page talks about competency, 10 to 15 slides, choice of appropriate design, 1 photo, 1 clip art, creation of handouts, and then notations on 2 to 3 slides, which is clicking down here and typing in the notes. Thanks.